Hey everybody, this is TheBiggWiggs, and welcome to A Dead Horse inside of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. What'd you just call me? Wild Hunt! No, I'm sorry. Witcher 3 is a action RPG, probably on the scale of like Skyrim, but also like it's a weird one. I'm gonna tell you right at the back, ruin it, spoil it for you. I like this game. I feel like I do that every Let's Look At I do. But I like this game a lot. What's weird about it is usually when you like a game a lot, I've put like 20 hours in it, and I've no sign of stopping. Hold on, let me just see something real quick. Where am I at? What is this shit? What is this shit? Gotta go all the way over frickin'. Oh well. We gotta go this way anyways, so it's not a big deal. We're gonna travel, meow. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, when you really like a game a lot, usually it's because there's something that stands out about it. Like for Skyrim, for instance, it's the level of openness and freedom you get from it. With something like any BioWare game, let's say Dragon Age Origins, that was the first one. It's the level of detail in the story, the level of interest the whole area has. You know, with something like, say, Kingdom Hearts, it's the combat, or with Bloodborne, I should say, it's the combat. It's the game you guys are probably most familiar with that I've done. With The Witcher 3, there's nothing that really stands out. And that's not because everything it does is subpar, it's actually the opposite. Everything The Witcher 3 does is incredible. Now that's kind of hard to visualize. For instance, let's take on the Skyrim thing. This is the map. The map is a big word. A map. Because it's massive in scope and insanity. So from this little, where am I at? Where's my guy at? From here to here, that's where we started, right here. This is where the dead horse was. This is about the length that we've run so far. You know, when you look at this big area, it's like, you know what, hey, that's pretty good for a game. Maybe a bit small for Skyrim, but let's follow up to the world map, because this is just one area. This is actually the tutorial area, here. Remember that little gap that we saw, which is probably like, from here to here is where we ran, that one bit. This is the tutorial area, and it's also massive. And there's loads of these things, just dotted out through everywhere. This area is going to be opened up soon. Royal Palace, Novigrad's going to be... It's massive. And usually when a game is massive, the side quests suffer for it. But they don't in this game, for some reason. They're amazing. In fact, let's call our horse here so we can fast travel a little bit better. You can fast travel at way marker signs that you find, but there's none out here because I haven't explored out here yet. You can ride a horse. Oh, neat little trick. The horse will auto-follow paths for you. So even though it looks like I'm just like railroading this path, the horse is doing it all on its own. As long as I don't press a direction, it'll do it for me. Oh, a bandit. This gives us a chance to test out combat. So in combat, we have a sword. We have two swords on our back. We have a steel sword and a silver sword. And they're both pretty good. I don't really want him on his horse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast some magic at him. I have multiple magics, 5. Yurden, the magic trap, slows down enemies. Point Protective Shield, spares me from one hit. Igni deals fire damage. We're going to use that one. R, Telekinetic Blast, which is just like a push. And then, I'm using the mouse. Axie stuns enemies. So we're going to take out the Igni. Horse freaks out. The dude drops down. Alright, now it's a fight. So melee combat's pretty good. Against human enemies, you can parry.
Come closer.
That was actually more of a riposte. That's just a parry. He really can't do much of anything while I'm doing this. At least while I'm facing him. He can get around if he sidesteps, but... Speaking of sidestep, if I double tap W, A, S, or D in any direction, I will do a little jump. A little football nerd. If I hold down space while I do that, I do a big football nerd. The reason why that is... Ouch. Is I fight much bigger things than humans most of the time. You can do a fast attack with left click, or a very strong attack with shift left click. Sometimes you get these nice finishers. Sweet. Pick up pig hide. I'll pick up the pig hide, I guess. I'm playing on hard mode, so my health only really goes up if I use a potion, eat something, or... That's it. Natural health regen occurs as well. But I've actually never been to this side of the map, so you'll excuse me if I'm a little awestruck by it. The game looks great. Another thing going for it. Whoop. That signpost right there, you can see on the map a bit better, the green signpost. Those we can fast travel to as long as we discover them. Very beautiful. We can go off the road too, but I lose horse stamina if I'm not on a path. Oh, sweet. I'm currently heading towards a town which has a notice board which will give me quests. Ooh, gnomes. About to say, are you a princess? Yeah, they're not nice. Maybe they're dwarves, not gnomes. Hello, shady individual. Hey, seems nice enough.
The woman's mad.
I'm hoping to show off maybe even some more aspects of the game, because we showed off a little bit of combat, but we could really do with some more. That's what I'm looking for. Contract, Devil Woods, White Lady. Then we have some other things. We'll take all these. So if we go to our quest menu right here, we need to do Witcher contracts. And here we go. Where's the... This is actually pretty high. We're level 11, so level 16 is a bit rough. But we just got a Witcher contract, which is to hunt monsters. And they're different from side quests, because they're very specifically hunt this monster and find out what it is and do stuff. So while in Novigrad, Geralt came across a notice offering a bounty for killing a certain white lady haunting the fields outside the city. The Witcher, who was always in need of coin, what did he spend his coin on? Armor, swords, clips to hold his back, his hair. At any rate, he was forever short it, so he accepted the quest. Nice little thing there. So thankfully, it's just over here. Hunting down monsters will show us the game without actually spoiling any of the fairly well done stories so far. While I was saying all things like talking and graphics, and I'll hear about the notice.
Hear about the White Lady.
As I hoped. I notice it's been hanging so long, sun's near bleached it blank.
Managed to decipher it somehow, but I need more information.
Ask away. Afraid to go out in the fields anyway for fear of ending up like Mikko and his band.
I should probably mention, if you've just never heard of the Witcher series before, Witcher, which is this guy here, us, is Geralt of Rivia. We are a Witcher. A Witcher is someone who hunts down monsters. That's the long and short of it. The more complicated, weird, grayish areas is that the reason they can hunt down monsters, and the reason he has cat eyes, and the reason his hair is all white, is because he has been experimented on since he was a young child, forced to have mutations inside of him, so he's much stronger than regular people, but he's also barely human himself. And the people of this world, of the Witcher's world, don't like Witchers. They think that they're monsters, that they kidnap children and turn them into monsters, and blah, 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 blah. Most people are afraid of Witchers. They only want them around when they have things they need them to do. So that might show up here. Maybe not. Mikko and his band, who they?
Mikko and his band. Who are they?
4 lads, drunkards and good-for-nothings all. They drained a few pints and decided they'd all plough the White Lady. Maybe then she'd bugger off.
Yeah.
Romantics.
Seems the White Lady spurned their advances. They still lie in the field. Folk were afeard to bury them.
So what happens when you try to plow a ghost?
So the White Lady haunts your fields?
True.
It's raining.
Just past the hut near the old tower.
Yeah, it's
Folk
really
say
hot
she's
out and
made
she's
her home
sweating.
there. So, will you save us from her?
Let's talk about my reward first.
White Lady can wait. Let's talk about my pay first.
So here it's just like a little thing where you can, I don't know, make them give you more than they bother to. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it
Oh,
doesn't.
so be it. I can toss in that.
I could probably ask for more if I knew what I was doing, but I usually just ask for an extra like 20.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Using more effective means than brave Mikko.
What's more effective than my dick? So, I mentioned this game does a lot of things very well. It also does LA Noire, which is weird, but it works really well. the LA Noire bits. And hopefully we can show off that here as well. Because A, you talk to people and it's actually a morally gray story with branching paths, like really impressive branching paths. I'm not sure if it's going to pull a BioWare and just completely backfire, but for now it's really good. The LA Noire bit is when you hold down right click, you can focus. So, we're around here, we're looking for bodies. I appear to have found a red thing.
Dried blood. Really old. The singeing, on the other hand, is fresh. Unnatural. Medallion vibrates near it.
Medallion of his senses magic. There we go. When we hold on right click, we can see red things. Red things also appear on the minimap. That's an option I had to turn on, but it is an option you can turn on, which is really useful. So we're gonna loot some
Pale
bodies.
Skin, but no blood loss. This is no vampire.
I should also mention that the lore, while it does have vampires, dwarves, werewolves, that sort of thing, you might be surprised on their take of them. Let's find vampires. Oh yeah, that's a vampire, right? Yeah? Like other vampires, Ekimuras are not, despite what village gossips might say, undead humans. They are instead post-conjunction, conjunctions like the effect that made magic exist in this world hundreds of years ago. Monsters who have no particular feelings about garlic, holy water, or religious symbols. So they're just bat monsters, and they look crazy. Actually explains it for me. Unlike their portrayals in ballads and legends, they look nothing like handsome, pale aristocrats with charming Eastern accents. Though, like Katakans or Nukarats, they do bear strong resemblance to overgrown bats. They also do not suck blood from the necks of virgins. With a delicate kiss-like bite, they tear them to shreds using long, sharp claws, and then slurp the splattered blood off the ground. Yes, very nice. What's an ogroid? Oh, that's neckers. We got ghouls, alghouls, just things that eat corpses. It's got all sorts of good lore of things you've heard of before, but it has its own special take on them. Griffins. And that's probably one of the better things about that. Similar to how I always mentioned how Dragon Age Origins does its lore and its all of its intrigue. Witcher 3 does that as well. While keeping good side quests, while keeping a huge massive open world, while keeping little bits like this where you're just not really fighting, you're just
Bodies
looking for
dried
clues.
to a crisp. Signs of burns. Noonwraith did this.
Yes, Noonwraith.
Hard-headed men.
Bottles. Eight.
Whatever he saw just before he died gave him quite a scare. Expected to see 4 bodies.
Must be a trail, yes.
Deep, uneven tracks. Someone fled blindly, in a panic.
Before you guys even know, what's a Noonwraith? I actually found one before, so I know what a Noonwraith is. Specters. Look at that tongue. Ugh. Basically what it's saying is that Noonwraiths are women that have been wronged in some way. Let's see if we can find it in particular. Particularly searing summer days when the sun reaches its zenith, the race will at times appear resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are Noonwraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Yeah, so you're not even safe in noon, really. Next time someone wants you to work in midday, just no, boss, I fear the Noonwraiths.
Want to explore the tower?
Ooh, a tower. Oh, and I got a little checkpoint here, too. Yeah, that's great. I'm not sure how we can see all this stuff, but...
The trail leads to the cellar.
Oh, probably the blood trail. Hey! Ooh!
Ghouls dragged the body downstairs, but it wasn't their kill. Skin's unnaturally pale. Cracked. All signs point to a Noonwraith. She's avoiding me. Gotta find something that belonged to her. She'll have to show then.
So, I only read a part of the Noonwraiths before, but... And this is... Something interesting the game does, is it expects you to read these bestiaries, and it'll even tell you how to defeat them. Noonwraiths do not bleed and are the most part immune to the effects of Witcher signs, the magic, like Igni, that I cast on that horse that made him drop the dude. They can create mirror images of themselves which circle their victims in a kind of morbid parody of a dance. This ghastly ritual drains their victims' life energy while adding to their own strength. Noonwraiths are also able to manipulate the physical world to a limited degree, kicking up clouds of dust which temporarily blind and disorient their opponents. i.e. they make clones, and the longer clones are out, the more health they regen. New wraiths can turn immaterial and are at times difficult to wound. In order to force a new wraith to take corporeal form, one must first trap it with the Earden sign, or strike it with a moon dust bomb. You need one of those. Once a monster has regained physical presence, one can mount a fast attack with a silver blade, preferably one coated in Spectre oil. Contrary to popular belief, new wraiths can also be encountered at night, but are much weaker than during the day. So there we go. That was pretty good, right? And just for exploring, we get a little bit... Hey, there's... What's this? Something under here? Ah. It mentioned before that ghouls dragged him under. I guess I was supposed to find that before. Maybe the game glitched out a bit. There are a lot of complaints on console about this game. Well, I mean, complaints is a strong word. Problems. You know, frame rate's one of them, bugs, glitches in general. On PC, I've not seen any, like, game-breaking bugs or glitches. At least not on mine. It runs at a solid 60 even now while recording. I mean, I did get, like, a 970 graphics card to, play this game, so I'm glad it runs at 60 because it was kind of expensive. But, yeah, as for, like, a, you know, as like a port or a PC game in general, I'm pretty happy with it.
Greetings, Witcher.
The White Lady. I know where it is!
Seems your White Lady's a noon wraith.
I don't know what that is.
Gods, poor Lucy.
Oh, she does know what that is.
Lucy. She was gonna marry, right?
Oh, look at this guy with the swagger.
Her parents swore her to a smith from the city. Well-to-do, sure, but older and more brittle than elven ruins. Lucy ran from the altar out into the fields, where she slashed her veins. Used the silver dagger she'd gotten for the betrothal. Wait, let me show you.
Sad.
Lucy's parents couldn't bear to sell it, bury it even. They left it in my care.
Man, this guy... I don't know why the dwarf there was
but
so
I've got
funny.
to bring her close, lure her first. I need an object that belonged to her. Dagger would be perfect.
Take it, but kill Lucy. Promise me. She shouldn't suffer no more.
Hey, actually, it's dark as well, so maybe doing this... Well, actually, what time is it? Press M for map. You can skip through time via meditation. No, it's actually quite very much daytime. Let's take this opportunity to look at character traits and abilities. This is your skill tree. We have 5 of them, although only 3 of them are fully feature complete. I say feature complete. We have things here just called general, and you can only upgrade them once, but they have really powerful effects. For instance, I have Sun and Stars, which increases my vitality generation by an extra 10 points per second at night, and my health regeneration an extra 1 point per second. No, I got that backwards. Vitality regenerates an additional 10 points per second when not in combat during the day. At night, stamina regenerates faster when not in combat. Or maybe it is in combat. During combat, yeah. So that's just a little something because I'm playing on a mode where you can only really rely on your natural health regeneration to get health. Playing on hard mode. So that's like the first thing I got, just to make it a little bit easier. You know, things like increase your maximum health by 500. Better light armor. You know, better medium armor, just stuff like that. Rage management. Yep. And then we have things like signs. So for instance, that's Igni sign, the fire sign. We can make that into a flamethrower. We can use the Axis sign, which can stun opponents. We can upgrade that, which makes it affect people in conversations that we won't be able to see. Combat is just faster, stronger attacks, so far at least. When we come down here, then it increases chance of landing a fast attack, critical hit. You know, just cool stuff. I'm going more towards a magic build, as you can see, because casting flamethrowers is fun. But anyways, let's get to work on this. Another reason to play this on PC, a quick save. Gotta love that quick save. That stank quick save. The reason I'm showing you the Witcher contracts, by the way, is just to show off lore, combat, scope of the world, all sorts of things. Well, we're back here. We're gonna quick save again, and we're also gonna see if we have any food on us, like proper edible food. I'm not sure we do. No, we have like exclusively beer. That might be a problem. Can I just put that there? Yeah, grilled pork. Food regenerates vitality. So does this potion, but potions are quite weird. I need to show off crafting as well. The crafting system's quite huge as well. Everything's huge. This game's kind of absolutely incredible. It's raining. She should be weak. It's not gonna happen, but... There we go. Oh, that tongue! There's a quest where somebody kisses that thing.
Let's dance.
Just wanted to point that out. So I need Earden.
What now, you piece of filth?
When it comes into there. So the only time I can reliably damage it is when it comes into the Earden trap. The problem with this, ouch, is when it makes clones of itself. Oh! She actually, the clones didn't last that long. Yeah. They do act as these Witcher contracts as mini bosses. Whoopa! Someone's screaming for help in the background. I'm not sure if it needs to be said, but you actually can't parry monsters. Ouch. Ouch. The game doesn't let you parry monsters. I mean, it makes sense that you can't, like, skillfully deflect claws coming right after your throat, but at least to a certain extent it does. You there. I definitely need to cut off those clones immediately, or else she gains a lot of health back. Whoa, whoa. Get away from me. Also to be noted is that most of these quests drop really rare gear. You know what? I totally botched that. God, now she's gonna get her health back. Fire. Does not work. Need here to back up. There we go. Now I got a trophy. We get some mutagens, which actually didn't show off at all. Some alchemy stuff. Don't really want the broken rate. Daithwin. Sounds pretty cool. And Noonwraith trophy. Before we bring up our inventory. Daithwin is significantly stronger than my own silver sword by about 17 points. Which is very, very good. Boy, the stats on it. +5 frost damage? Fuck it. We'll do it. And then we have our own Noonwraith trophy down here, which is just increased experience from humans and non-humans. Or get 5% bonus gold. Let's get some 5% bonus gold. Some swag up in here. Now, let's show off. This is just tutorials. Spoilers, by the way. Crafting. Or more likely, alchemy. I can make a green mutagen if I wanted to. Let's not, though. Wraith decoction. Probably make that. In fact, we probably should. So, inside of this, there are certain very useful potions and things you can take in the middle of combat that increases your self immensely. For instance, increases attack power a lot. Enhanced Thunderbolt. Well, or I should look at this. Swallow. Accelerates vitality during vitality pauses for 2 seconds upon receiving damage. So this swallow, which is what I have equipped right now, is something I've only ever crafted once, but I keep it forever once I crafted the once. And then it gets refilled on strong alcohol. That's what most of the potions are refilled on. And this is like really fast health regeneration, which is useful. Or we can do, say, white honey, which clears toxicity and cancels all active potion effects. Toxicity, when you drink too many potions, you get toxic and hurt yourself. Grants immunity to poisons, neutralizes effects of poisons already in bloodstream. Seems pretty good. I can craft this right now and just have it available to me whenever I need it. Cat, see in the dark. Not really useful because I can just adjust brightness, but you get the idea. Same thing with, actually, not the same thing with these oils, I don't think, but there are many things, like the Wraith Decoction. Single hit drains more than a third of vitality. The Quen Shield is activated, which protects you against the next attack. Basically, very powerful potion effects. I want to show these off because I wanted to mention them, I should say, because these items you really only have to collect once, and then it's refilled based off a standard, like, alcohol item. Which encourages the developers to make the items very rare. And even more than that, make it so that rather than just having a slog of collect all the things forever, just in case, it's just collect all the things if you need of this one item, and then you won't have to collect it anymore. And it makes it so that, I don't know, I like it a lot. Collecting things is really easy, there's no animation involved with it. I'm collecting things right now. But it's really nice just to collect random shit and know that maybe it'll give me a badass potion one day just on accident, because that happens a lot. All those green things you saw there that I could make, I've not collected specifically for any one of them. Here we go.
Greetings, Witcher.
Get rid of the white lady.
Problem solved. You can go back to your fields.
Thank you. Your coin. And may fortune smile upon you.
There we go.
Winds howling.
And that is a Witcher contract. Pretty good. Wasn't that hard either, considering it was 5 levels above me. I took a lot of health when I got hit, but it's pretty easy not to get hit. Combat might be the weakest point of the game. But that's only saying that because everything else blows my mind to such a degree. That was actually even a fairly weak contract as well. Usually you can have all sorts of fun. But man, just look at this world that I've already explored a lot of just by running past everything. All these question marks, by the way, are something you can do. I don't really want to run to one of them because A, they're a bit far away, and B, it would make this video take even longer. But they're things like monsters' nests or bandit camps. Or maybe it's another quest that you didn't pick up. Or maybe it's point of power, which gives you a free ability point. And so on, and so on, and so on. And everything is worth exploring. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like I'm skipping over these. Because if I could, I would just come down here and just collect everything here. I might do that later. Like I might make that like a play session. Going to just collect everything off this little island. Collection of islands. As I did kind of right here. But yeah, I like this game a whole lot. Heartily recommend it. Worth $60. I'm only 20 hours into it. But yeah. Look at that. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything important. We got combat, we got lore, we got scope. I mean, you can watch me eat some grilled pork. Throw a bomb at this nerd, because you can make those too. He didn't really like that, but he's like, oh, never mind. It was just a little firework. Like some more of these. Probably his life's work here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's it. That's all I can say about this game. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, and goodbye. I'm not sure if Geralt can do any actual poses. Goodbye.